Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Melanie Ciotti. I'm the marketing manager here at Studio Network Solutions. At SNS, we help media production teams like yours create amazing content faster from anywhere. SNS started out of a multi room production studio about 25 years ago, and we've been innovating shared storage workflow solutions for creative professionals ever since. Today, we'll be talking about how your media team can create and collaborate from anywhere with EVO Cloud. So if you'd like to be the first to see our on demand webinars, tutorial videos, and product announcements, head on over to SNS on the Tube and smash that subscribe button. And if you prefer shorter videos, give us a follow at SNS on the Talk. Now let's get back to what you came here for, EVO Cloud. This webinar will be all about creating and collaborating from anywhere with EVO Cloud, the innovative, award winning cloud workflow solution from SNS. Recognized as a leading solution in the industry, EVO Cloud won Cloud Computing and Storage Product of the Year at NAB Show 2023. It's not just changing the way remote editors work from home, it's changing the way media teams think about content creation in the cloud. My colleague Brian Katowski will tell you all about it. Brian is a workflow engineer here at SNS, and he knows all about creative workflow. He worked as a producer, editor, and post production supervisor in the Los Angeles area for about 20 years, creating music videos, commercials, television shows, live concerts, feature films, you name it, all for a variety of corporate clients, collaborators, and high profile artists. At SNS, Brian pulls on that experience every day, specializing in workflow design for on site, hybrid, and remote post production teams. Brian's going to tell you all about our award winning cloud workflow solution. He'll first cover some basics, like what is EVO Cloud and how it's different from other cloud storage platforms. He'll explore the EVO Suite, our software toolset that comes included with EVO Cloud. Then he'll go into detail on some workflows and use cases and a short demonstration of the EVO Cloud workflow as well. By the end of this presentation, we hope that you'll come away from the webinar excited about the possibilities that EVO Cloud will give to your team to create amazing content faster from anywhere. Here is Brian Katowski to tell you all about this exciting solution for your creative team.
Thank you, Melanie, and thank you everyone for tuning in today. This is a very exciting solution indeed, and one that I have a particular affinity for in the entire EVO lineup. To put it simply, EVO Cloud is a comprehensive and complete cloud workflow solution. That's what's so great. It's more than a remote storage bucket. It's a full cloud production workflow. It facilitates secure remote editing for unlimited users, enabling collaborative video production workflow across any distance. It comes with media asset management, AI, backup, replication, transcoding, and more. Everything your team needs for a truly global workflow, whether they are halfway around the world or just around the block. Since cloud storage has a bit of a bad reputation for throwing in hidden fees that drive up the price, I want to be clear that there are no ingress or egress fees with EVO Cloud. You can upload and download your data as much as you want for our flat and predictable monthly cost. And there's no long term commitment either. EVO Cloud is a monthly service, so you can sign up for a year, 5 years, 3 months, or whatever duration your creative projects require. Let's talk about security. EVO Cloud is a secure private cloud solution accessed through an encrypted cloud hosted virtual private network built exclusively for EVO environments. Every instance of EVO Cloud is single tenant, meaning your instance is completely separate from other EVO Cloud customers, as opposed to multi tenant platforms that serve many customers from a single cloud. With EVO Cloud, you can set granular, folder level permissions and take advantage of EVO's user auditing and anti delete protection features. And EVO Cloud can help with data redundancy and disaster recovery too. With its included tools, which I'll get to shortly, EVO Cloud can automatically sync your media locally and to other cloud storage locations like Amazon S3, Microsoft Azure, Dropbox, Wasabi, Backblaze, Google Cloud Platform, and other EVO Cloud destinations. Security is of the utmost importance. We have been serving highly secure production environments with shared storage workflow solutions for decades, and security has been considered at every stage in the development and deployment process with EVO Cloud. So, who would benefit from an all inclusive, secure cloud production workflow like EVO Cloud? It's an ideal solution for decentralized organizations where all or most of the team works from home. Just because you don't have a central office where everyone comes into work doesn't mean you can't have a centralized workflow. EVO Cloud is that hub that brings everyone together using the same media, projects, and workflow tools, no matter how far apart they are. It's also great for traveling production teams. Regardless of whether you work from home or in an office, if you travel a lot for work and need to keep projects moving forward while you're on the road, EVO Cloud makes it easy to access your media, review dailies, and edit offline or in the cloud. In fact, we posted a user story recently about the NHL and how they use EVO Cloud to keep their production team connected as they travel from city to city for tentpole events like the Winter Classic, the NHL Draft, and the Stanley Cup playoffs. You can read all about their cloud production workflow on our website at snesevo.com. As with all EVO products, EVO Cloud plays well with others. If you have a multi premise, multi cloud, or multi geographical storage infrastructure, EVO Cloud can take your hybrid workflow to the next level. You can have media from your on site storage automatically sync to or from EVO Cloud. You can arm your remote team with our travel friendly mod systems for enhanced cloud edge performance and have that automatically pushed to EVO Cloud. You can also automate cloud to cloud backups. Configure your hybrid on prem, off prem workflow however you want. Now, let's get back to workflow. The secret sauce to making your cloud workflow easier is called the EVO Suite. It's a multi award winning toolset recognized as a breakthrough technology in remote production and cloud workflow. And it is only available with EVO shared storage solutions on premise or in the cloud. The EVO suite includes Share Browser Media Asset Manager, which helps your team find the media they need to get projects done faster. Slingshot to take care of transcoding, data transfers, cloud backups, and other tasks that your team would typically have to do manually. And Nomad, a remote editing tool that many users over the past few years have called a lifesaver. All of this comes included for unlimited users and is accessible remotely with EVO Cloud. Share Browser is both powerful and easy to use, with intuitive functionality to help your team search, tag, comment, preview, organize, and share media. It works across your entire storage environment, so you can find and preview media across your cloud, local, and other connected storage. It has a time saving AI connector that can add relevant tags to your media automatically, saving time in post production. And Share Browser integrates seamlessly with your editing applications like Premiere Pro, After Effects, Final Cut, Resolve, and more. And if you already have a MAM in place, SNS offers custom MAM migration services that will make it easy to transition to Share Browser, a system that creative teams will actually use and love. Slingshot truly is the unsung hero of the Evo suite. It's constantly working in the background to transcode, backup, move, copy, and index media so creative team members can focus on more creative tasks. You can transcode high-res camera files in Blackmagic RAW, Red RAW, Airy RAW, and more into lightweight proxies automatically so you can preview that media faster in Share Browser and edit with proxies instead of source media. Slingshot generated proxies can be overlaid with a custom watermark image and burnt in timecode too. And if that's not enough, Slingshot also has an API for more custom integrations. Nomad is our remote editing tool included in the Evo suite for unlimited users, and it's also the app that you use to securely connect to Evo Cloud. Nomad has a ton of great features built in to help with remote workflow and offline editing, which we've covered in several other webinars and videos. I'm going to switch over to a demo. Here in the Evo GUI, we can see all of our automations, like cloud backups, sync jobs, and more. This is where proxy generation magic happens. Here we can see that EVO Cloud can automatically transcode our original media into ProRes edit proxies. My favorite part about this is that EVO Cloud is highly intuitive and easy to manage on your own. Most creative users will interact with the system through Share Browser, the media asset manager included with our EVO Cloud service. Here in Share Browser, we can mount our shares just as we would with any storage device, quickly access our favorite folders here, and also aggregate media into bins, virtual folders within the Share Browser MAM that I can keep private or share with other users within the team. We manage metadata, the data about our data, hands-on. We can search the metadata from our files and other data that our team adds in the system, like tags, comments. My favorite tip here is to use Control B to add a time-based note to your comment, and custom metadata with criteria we can set for everyone on the team. Now, all of this data is searchable. We can also filter this search so that I can utilize one, some, or all of the criteria when searching for clips, which is very helpful when searching across multiple volumes or with rather broad keywords. I'm searching in Share Browser MAM on my desktop, but I could also point my browser to EVO Cloud to review clips in the Share Browser web app. I can even search and preview my files directly inside of my NLE with Share Browser's integrations for Premiere and After Effects, Final Cut Pro, and DaVinci Resolve. Let's take a look at Premiere Pro. I can start my project right here, search for my media in the Share Browser panel, and import that media and its tags and comments into my project. Once that media is imported, I can now mark, playback, and edit exactly as I would if this were a local storage directly connected to my workstation. The EVO Cloud workflow is designed to be seamless in its integration into any user's system. But what if I want to work offline? The tools to facilitate that are also built right into the Share Browser panel. I can open the settings by clicking on my user drop-down menu to have Share Browser download proxy files to a designated destination on my local storage and attach the proxies automatically. These are the ProRes Edit Ready proxies that EVO Cloud automatically created, which are by default same as source for both resolution and frame rate. I do not need to use Premiere's ingest feature or anything other than Share Browser to make this happen. Now, it's easy to toggle proxies on or off, giving me more freedom to edit however I want. The remote connection is secure and fast with up to 10 gig connectivity available regionally. But if your internet at home or wherever you're working is limiting your editing experience, EVO Cloud makes it easy to work offline too, whether you're connected to the internet or not. Because again, EVO Cloud is more than cloud storage. It's a complete workflow solution. I also want to mention the professional services you get with EVO Cloud. The monthly service comes with phone and email support by our expert, highly rated technical support team. This includes follow the sun support for any time zone your team is working in. We also include expert remote commissioning and setup with a workflow specialist here at SNS. So myself or one of my colleagues will help you get up and running quickly. And if you have creative users that typically wouldn't be involved in the setup process, we also include a team training session to show your team how to use the Evo suite to create and collaborate on their content in the cloud. Evo Cloud is the full package, including everything a creative team needs to take their workflow to the next level. Secure cloud storage with unlimited authorized users, MAM that integrates with AI and your nonlinear editing applications, tools to facilitate remote and offline editing, automatic transcoding and other automations to save your team time as you work in the cloud or in hybrid environments, and expert training, remote setup, and ongoing support as well. With Evo Cloud, you're not integrating 3 or 4 or 5 different third party systems to get something that works. You're getting all of this functionality, an award winning workflow trusted around the world in one comprehensive and complete cloud production solution. And again, there are no ingress or egress fees with Evo Cloud. No need for server hardware in your office, no rack requirements, no per user license fees, and no long term commitments. If you're interested in discussing your workflow and how Evo Cloud can help your creative team collaborate better, here's Melanie with some information about next steps.
Thank you, Brian. And thank you to everyone for tuning in and sharing your time with us today. We hope you learned that EVO Cloud offers a complete and comprehensive cloud workflow for creative teams. And more specifically, how EVO Cloud can help your team create and collaborate from anywhere. You can always contact us at any time at snevo.com. Just click on the big How to Buy button and reach out to us there. Thanks so much for joining. We're excited to see what your team creates with a workflow powered by EVO Cloud.